You have never dealt with things about your mom as much as you do since she died. My dad said this to me the other day, not in a mean way, but it really hit me that the truth was, he was right. When my mom was still here, I didn't always look at her photos and read through all her cards. And there's so many things that I didn't do when she was still here. And now that she's no longer here, I do them all the time. I think about her now more than I ever have before. I take care of so many things that are related to her. And I find it so fascinating because when she was here and when I had all these chances to do those exact same things, I didn't, simply because I didn't realize how precious it was. And I find life is so often like that we just don't appreciate the things that are right in front of us. Ask yourself right now, how often do you actually sit down and are just grateful for what you do have in your life? Think about it. How often does this happen? And you can be honest with yourself. I know that this is a task that so many of us just don't do enough. We just don't appreciate the things that are there already. Instead, we focus on everything that we would like to have, and that is just such a toxic mindset to be in. Like, I really think to be constantly appreciating those loved ones around you is one of the greatest things that you could possibly ever do, because it will leave you never having any regret of how you treated someone. I can guarantee you right now that most often when people die, especially when they die unexpectedly, the thought is not, oh, I'm so glad that the last words I told her was how important she was to me and how much I love her. Most often the thoughts that are going to happen afterwards are, why didn't I tell her more? And why didn't I see her more often? And why didn't I give her more flowers? There's always going to be those things that you didn't do that you are going to regret, especially with the people that you love. Because yes, sometimes it's going to be tough. And of course, there's going to be hard times. And in the case that you separated and didn't say the nicest things to that person, then I am truly sorry for that. But now it is the way it is. And the only thing that you can do is to focus on those that are still there, not ever making that mistake again. So this is why if you tell people all the time how much you love them and how much you appreciate them, then you're never going to have to live with any regret, because you know that no matter when you separated, it was always in a loving and caring way. And believe me, this is going to be gold for your relationships as well, because that sort of appreciation, it's really a game changer. The more grateful you are, the more grateful they are. The more loving you are, the more loving they are. The nicer you are, the nicer they are. It always works like that. Whatever you give out there is most often exactly what you are going to receive back. So from today on, start appreciating your loved ones like you have never done before. The way I look at my mom now and take care of all these photos and voice messages and whatnot of her, just do that already, because it is really going to make the biggest difference in your happiness and in your relationships.